Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Hussain Bush Kolachi YouTube channel is presenting views on the standardized tests that's like MDCat, Mcat, and NUMS MDCat, and other tests which are very popular in the Western countries, particularly in America. But let us see whether they are doing good or harm, because there is a lot of concern at the USA level as well as in other countries, because these tests were started in America in 1928, and before that the tests were initiated in China in the early BCs or 2000 years ago. So what is the purpose of the test is important to know. It was just to have a American system which was shifted from common people to the elite people in early 18, and that was the reason that the oral examination was converted into a standardized test, and that was initiated, and first test was conducted by American Association of Medical Colleges in for the medical system in 1928, and now that test is available online or on the computer around the year. But here in Pakistan, Pakistan Medical Dental Council, and that was re-established in 2022 by the Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif, and at this time I think the American Medical College Association test has 6 sections initially, but you can see that they have behavioral as well as understanding the society section in their test, but here only mathematical and analytical reasoning is there. And you can see that these tests are just to quantify the standard of the knowledge, but they cannot measure most of the human skills, just like as a coordination, cooperation, as well as sympathy, compassionate, and as well as how to solve the complicated social problem. They can be helpful in scientific problem, mathematical problem, but they can fail. So this Mcat was basically a reaction in the Punjab in 1998 by then Chief Minister Shahbaz Sharif, which is now Prime Minister of Pakistan. And this test was conducted to reduce the corruption in the examination or intermediate and metric boards in Punjab, and the suit was followed by other provinces, and the test was conducted by the universities, and ultimately till 2007-8 the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council started national level tests. We call it National Medical and Dental College tests, but till 2019 it was just made kind of Pakistan Medical and Dental Pakistan Medical Commission, which also initiated the same kind of the test at the national level, and a standardized test was conducted by the Pakistan Medical Commission, and the universities were not authorized, but after PMDC the provincial universities are authorized to be the admitting university. Suppose in Sindh it is Dow Medical University, sometime it is YouCut Medical College, and sometime it is Sindh Janab Medical College, Medical University. But before that, the every university and every college was allowed to conduct the test at its own. Suppose the tag district of Liaquat University Jamshoro 8 is in the same way tag district of People's Medical University, Chanka Medical Colleges. So they were authorized to conduct local level test. Even the private colleges were authorized and universities were authorized. to conduct their test and admit the students. So things were quite smooth. But the standardized tests are giving negative results, and the American Association of Medical Colleges actually started this test because many students were leaving the medical profession. Almost 50%, if they were admitted 50 students, 100 students, 50 students were leaving this profession. So they introduced this kind of test to retain the students in medical colleges. And you can see these photographs that education is not test, it gives more harm. These are the American protest going on, and you can see the harm is more than the good. And even the Finland, where these tests are very few, even their students are performing better, and the American students are not performing. And the over use of the standardized test is increasing in America and Western countries. The same trend is coming to the Pakistan, and almost one of the statistics says that 24 teaching hour test is being taken from the students from the matric to inter, and all these examinations are undermined by such standardized tests, and even the boards are undermined by these standardized tests. Even the curriculum and the approach of the teaching of the schools, universities, that is now giving more attention towards the standardized test. And the same trend is followed by the Aga Khan University, where for 100 student seats, 8,000 students, 10,000 students with lot of expenditure and preparation around the year are focusing that everything is standardized test and there is no other learning aspect. So that narrow street is moving forward, and a lot of complications are there. The students are under stress, the institutions are under stress, lot of expenditure is there. Even the highest performance of the Korean students, there is a high level of suicide, and the same reports are coming from Pakistan. But the educationists, they are thinking that only the end of average is a book written, and that shows that the standardized test, they have given such leverage to the section of the elite society or resourceful society are better off to go to the better universities, while the poor section is not given the chance to be admitted in such through these harmful tactics such as the standardized test. So I will suggest the Pakistan Medical and Dental Council, the Mbbs, the PMDC to revisit the policy. Before 1998, there was no such test, only the board examination was considered sufficient and doctors were produced, just like Adibul Hasan Rizvi, Dr. Zafrullah Chaudhry. These were all the famous doctors of Pakistan. One was the president of the CPSP and the pioneer of the laser surgery in Pakistan, and same is the transplant surgery by Dr. Adibul Hasan Rizvi in SIUT. So with this, I think I will suggest that the old practice should be considered by the Pakistan Medical Dental Council, as its revival has given new outlook to the medical standards. So that will be, I think, the better option. One of the tragedy in Pakistan is that we have 2 crore 50 lakh out of school children, while we are maintaining the American level of standards in our universities and colleges, and we are not considering these smaller or the lesser childs of Pakistan or the citizens. So I wish that the next PMDC council will consider that the standardized tests are, yes, okay, but they can be allowed at a local level, so that the students, colleges, they learn more, and they should focus on the normal teaching curriculum experience as well as the cultural context, as the American Medical Association has added the behavioral sciences and the sciences to understand the society in their test, and their test is available online round the year. So if even the Pakistan is a country which is bent upon the Mdcats and their international standards, then these tests should be available round the clock. Anybody who is qualified and prepared can go as per the policy and strategy or the standards and appear in the test, and if it qualifies, then its name should be included in the test, and according to the seats available should be automatically adjusted. So for the medical profession, not only the technical or scientific side is required, but even the ethical sides, the behavioral sides, cultural sides, and even the religion is important from our point of view, because Pakistan is a Muslim country and we have to think the poor, the miskin, the musafirs, and the people who have not, they should be given every opportunity equal to any kind of the rich person. So all these elite type of the institution, they should rationalize their thinking, they should open their campuses, colleges, branches, different districts of Pakistan, and according to the income level, poverty level, they should adjust their charges, their fees, and their procedures. While we have the largest cohort of the out of school children in Asia, perhaps in the world, and we are thinking that 2 hour test should be conducted, even the cheating pattern, paper out pattern, and the low standard of the tests is important. Even certain areas, they cannot be measured by MCQ, only the memory and recall can be there. So the reliability as well as the validity of the test is important, and I think the poor people of Pakistan, they should improve their board examination, metric examination, inter examination, all the resources which we are spending on these standardized tests should be converted to our regular and constitutional bodies. And this was the person, Dr. Elliot, which actually started these standardized tests, and even in the World War, the army took it from the schools and colleges, and now every public service commission, every kind of institution is thinking about the standardized tests. But I think the ultimately the European experience, Finland experience, Korean experience, even the American, where this was the American students are in international competition in reading very poor than the Korea, and even many other countries. Out of 70 countries, their performance was highly unsatisfactory. So education should be a kind of improvement, development, social understanding, as well as harmony. It is not only writing, reading, and analytical skills or scientific skills, but we need here the rural development side, rural health side in a resource poor countries, how we can manage our health care facilities. We have fillers, we have climate change, and even we have poor infrastructure and brain drain. Our doctors are going in many other countries, almost 10,000 doctors every year are leaving this country, and the cost of the care is increasing. It is going beyond the resources of the poor people, and you can have a very good thing as a standardized test because the name suits and it is a romantic, but I think ultimately it is taking time from the educational activities, and the more focus is going from the learning to the test qualification, and almost 112 tests are conducted from first year from primary to inter level, and 2% curriculum time is spent or should be spared for these tests. It is everything which our people are thinking. So these are the pictures which